Hello and welcome to the guitar lesson for Smoke by Daughter. I'm going to start off on the 7th fret on the E string, the B note. Slide down and hit the A 2 frets down, and then up to the 10th fret, the D. And you do that 4 times, and after that we have the first in a smoke-filled room part, where I play this. And that is G major 7, first of all, without a third. So low G, D, open G, and then F sharp, and then down again. And then the same thing, except you have an F sharp in the bass. And then a D sus2, so normal D, but with an open E string. So low D, D, A, E, and then down. And you do those 3 chords twice, except for the last chord, where you instead play this chord. I suppose you could view it as a B minor without a 5th, add 11 with D in the bass, but otherwise just the D sus, where you take that A and move it up to a B. Next up we have There's a Man, and I play the B minor chord. No E strings, so just B, F sharp, B, D. So I play the full chord and then just the bass. Same thing goes for the A. Same strings. And then a D chord. Top 4 strings, and I just let that one ring. And then we have the same chords, except I changed the way I play them somewhat. So all the strings, just the top strings. All the strings, just the top strings. So what I mean by top strings is every string except the bass note. So not that one, but those 3. B minor, A, D, bass, top. So on the D, I hit all the strings, just the top strings, just the bass note, just the top strings. And you do that twice, and then you do it twice more, except now we do this. We add a C sharp in the bass, and instead of just hitting the top strings, the last thing you do on the D chord, you actually hit all the strings. And you do that twice. And now for the off, a smoke-filled room, we have G chord. So G with D on top. E minor 7. D. And A. And the way I play it with this hand is I hit the low note, skipping the A string, and then 2 notes with those 2 fingers, and then back. Same thing goes for the E minor. When it comes to the D, you really don't have any options. You can't skip strings, so just all the strings, and then A, the 4 in the middle. And you do those 4 chords 4 times. Next up, Then We Kiss. And now I have B minor, just bass, A, just bass, D, let's ring, and then bass. So on the B and A, we have all the strings and then just the bass. But on D, we let it all ring and then hit bass on the 4th beat. On the Then I'm Alone Again part, we do this. just alternating between full chord and top strings. But on the D we have a C sharp in the bass on the third beat. And you do that once more, except this time on the D you don't have the C sharp in the bass, instead you have an E. So that's... I'm just barring with my index finger on 2 strings in order to hit that E. Now we're both in the room. B minor for a half note, A for a half note, and then D for a whole note. And then we have full chord, just top strings, full chord, just top strings, and so on. We're dying in a smoke-filled room. It's played, well, the G, the E minor, the D, and the A, just like we did before. And just like before, we do it 4 times. Now we have quite a lot of instrumental parts. And the first one I do like this. So what that is I'm hitting the low B, 7th fret, the 7th fret on the G string, and then the top 2 strings on the 7th fret. And then down to 9th fret on the D string, and then hitting that 7th fret and that 10th fret. And then maybe squeeze in another one of those 9th fret Bs. And same thing, but for the A. So I'm fretting an A chord, but I want to have my pinky ready to hit that 7th. So what I do is I just skip the A string and move my 3rd finger down to the D string. So that is just 5th fret, 7th fret, 6th fret, 5th, 5th, and then the 8th on the 7th. And then for the D, we do this. Low D, top 2 strings, down to the G string, and then open E, hammer on to the 2nd fret, and then down. And after that we have a D major 9th without a 5th. So I'm hitting the low D, 7th and 9th, and the 9th there. So I'm hitting the low note first, the top 2, and then alternating between the G string and the top 2 strings. And that whole thing is repeated 4 times. And then in order to give myself sort of a break, I just do strum for the next part. So B minor, A, and then D. And you repeat that 4 times. And then for the last part, the very last part, we play a B minor, A, G6, and then F sharp minor. So the B minor, you already familiar with, the A, that too. The G6 is just like a normal G chord, but you hit an open E. So I play that note, that note, that note, that note, and that note. Nothing on the A string. And then F sharp minor. Barring with your index finger on the 2nd fret, and then the 4th frets on the A and D strings. And here, the rhythm, well, just listen to the original, because they have a cool little thing going on. So you want to keep that if you enjoy it, which I do. And after you've done that 4 times, you just end on a B note. And that's it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Bye.